As Chelsea fans, we were all enjoying the positive vibes. Enzo Maresca, training ground, the players being wonderful, you know, training very well. Renato Vega joining the squad, you know, his interview brilliant, being linked with Victor Osimhen, like in the video I dropped yesterday, which if you haven't watched, go do yourself a favor and watch the video. You know, everything was happy days. Just hoping and praying we get the striker, that we all think we need going into the season. And then Enzo Fernandez decides to drop a bomb. I know we've all heard about it. We've seen it on X, we've seen it probably on Facebook, seen different um, videos on YouTube. So I had to give my own perspective, my own opinion on this. Now, it's so shameful. I have a lot of people trying to make excuses for Enzo Fernandez. No, I'm not going to do that. Like, I won't do that. For me, I'm all about the club, the name on the badge, and not the name on the back of the shirt. So what Enzo Fernandez did with the Argentine teammates, that was just bad, 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 all around unacceptable. Unacceptable. You know. Now, there are layers to this. The first one is Argentina just won the Copa America. And obviously was against Colombia and wasn't against France. So you would have thought if there was any sort of banter that would have emanated from their celebration of their victory, it would have been targeted towards um, Colombia. Oh, we're better than you guys. You think you can beat us? We're defeating you, blah, blah, blah. You would have thought, okay, that's where the banter would have headed. But no, it was targeted towards French players, towards France, towards Kylian Mbappe. Now, I'm sure you must have seen the videos, so I'm not going to talk about, I'm not going to start saying what they've said because the translations have come out. But look at it closely. Like, look at it. People are trying to say, oh, it's not racist, it's something cultural. No. 20 years ago, certain things were cultural that are not acceptable today. 100 years ago, there are things that are cultural that are not acceptable today. Like 100 years ago or 20 years ago, owning people was was a cultural thing. I'm sure, it made people feel like they were in the it crowd back in all those years ago. So don't tell me it's a cultural thing and that makes it automatically acceptable. Now, the second layer to this is okay, now you've won. Shouldn't you be excited? Shouldn't you be happy? Shouldn't you be amping off yourself, praising yourself? Be happy for what you've done? No, 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 no. You decide to go nuclear. You decide to start saying silly, dumb statements. And these statements, let's face it, they are racist statements. There's no need to act like they aren't, they are. Because you're trying to imply that certain players, certain people from certain parts of the world cannot be deemed to be French. And by extension, you could mean that certain people as well cannot be deemed to be English, cannot be deemed to be Spanish. That could be extended to the likes of Lamin Yamal of Spain, could be attached to Maino in England. So this trying to dance around it, trying to get tribal about it. Oh, it's just a player. How about the other players? If you have a child and the child does something wrong with his friends, who would you reprimand? You reprimand the child, and you would say probably don't associate with those kids anymore. Da 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 da. And then you would expect the parents of the other child to reprimand their children. If you have an employee, and they go out on for a seminar or whatever, and the employee does something wrong, you would have to reprimand that employee according to the rules and regulations, and not be bothered about the other people. Let Man City handle their people. And now we have the same thing of, oh, they need to be educated. Oh, educate. Enzo needs to be educated. A 23-year-old man who is a family man needs to be educated about what exactly? Okay, fine. Education. The club has put out a statement. Oh, his apology. Of course, he's put out an apology. or his apology, put an apology out, they accept the apology, he's going to be educated and all that. But you remember Zuma? Do we all remember Zuma? He had an incident with the cat, with his cat, and immediately from day one, everyone was like, "Oh, you should be punished. You should never play football anymore. Oh, you should be banned." And he was banned for a lot of games. I think he was fined as well. Everyone talk sports, all the news outlets. Oh, how dare you? How dare you do this? And what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Because do you know the reason? Because people can see themselves in that cat. And by that I mean people can see, oh, what if that was my cat? What if that was my dog? If it comes to things about, let's say, cancer or other ailments, and rightfully so, people can empathize because they can see, oh, it could be me, it could be my sister, it could be my brother, it could be my a wife that's going through this horrible ailment. But when it comes to issues about race, because everybody can see themselves in those shoes, what do? They start dancing around the issue. People become tribal. Oh, because it's a Chelsea player, that's why. No. It doesn't matter. A Chelsea player, Manchester United player, racism is racism. That's the truth about it. That's the truth about. There's no dancing around it. We become. It's so unfortunate that people are so tribal. They're so tribal that they forget what's important. And one of the saddest things or signs of immaturity is hero worship. Hero worship, you see someone, you like the person maybe because of their skill, the money they have, the fact they are famous, or some other thing they do. You feel that they're your mentors, or you enjoy what they do, they play for your team or whatever. And then no matter what wrong they do, you want to stand by them, come rain, come shine. I don't want to be doing a video about a Chelsea player being so stupid. I want to be doing a video about Chelsea signing a new player, signing Victor Osimhen. Like I keep saying, oh, Chelsea, I've got this new shirt sponsor. Positive news, not this. But this has happened. And then the next layer to this is you were so bold. You didn't only sing it, you decided to videotape yourself, put it on IG Live, which means how many thousand or how many million followers you have would see it. And everyone else who comes in and sees that live on their for you feed of on their feed would can click on it and watch it. Don't tell me it's cultural. A lot of things back in the day were culturally acceptable, but now they aren't acceptable. So that is not an excuse. I don't know what your thoughts are on this. Do you think, um, Enzo, uh, that the statement by Chelsea that implied that he should receive education and all that is sufficient enough? And now, what do you think is going to happen in the dressing room? That's another thing. What is going to happen in the dressing room? Because right now, I think this could possibly fracture the dressing room, and that's another sad part. Everyone's happy. Enzo Maresca ball, looking forward to seeing it. People, the players training well, and then you come and drop this. You begin to put questions in people's minds. I heard Badashil followed him was the Fofana, of course, put a statement up on X to say to speak out against what happened. So you see it. You have out of the blue just fractured, or let's say potentially fractured the dressing room, and that's not okay. So this let's say he needs to get education. No, it's not enough in my opinion. It's not enough in my opinion because if this was about someone insulting someone with terminal ailment, there wouldn't be no one would be saying anything about educate yourself. You should already know. If this was about something that had to do, with some domestic disagreements and things like that, you'd already have to know. So you already have to know this. Well, education can come, but you have to be fined as well. There's some sort of punishment should be meted out. I don't know how many games ban it should be. I don't know If it's going to even be a mad ban or fine, there should be some element of punishment. Now, there can be a redemption arc where he goes through the education process, he has some match ban, maybe 3, 4, 5 match ban, he's fined, and then he learns from his mistake, and then he resuscitates his character, and somehow is able to reconcile, maybe not be friends with these players, but because when you say those kind of things, people look at you differently, 1000%. So maybe not become friends completely, but at least be able to have some sort of working relationship with these people. And the last thing I want to say about the apology. Did he apologize because he now knows he's wrong or he was wrong, or he apologized because he was caught and found out? So that's food for thought, everyone. Hopefully, I'll post another video by the end of today. And I didn't want to do this sort of video, but I had to give my opinion on this. So hopefully, I'll get your own opinions and comments in the comment section. Do have try to have a splendid rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next video. Stay blessed.